All right, people, let's get it out there. We don't call it all points bulletin for nothing.
Anything?
She's in Center City. She's keeping her head down. We got zipped so far.
Well, maybe she took her to New York.
Let's hope not, Terrence. Let's hope not.
It would take forever to find her there.
That's assuming we have the right person.
We do, sir. This picture of the kidnapped victim was slipped under Officer Reed's door.
You know, if we're concentrating manpower on a wild goose chase, we may never find the real perp.
That picture doesn't give us squat, Cannon.
Isn't there any way to trace it? The film, the camera, make something in the photo with the clothes that Daniel was wearing?
I'm afraid not, Mimi.
Any leads at all? You gotta have something by now.
We do. We know who kidnapped Danielle. Grace Kiefer, Tony's mother.
Oh, up for my little nap, huh? Oh, there you are. There you are. Oh. All right. You need Mama to give you a dry diaper here? Hmm? Oh, not yet, huh? Okay. This is your new home. Hmm? You let Mama finish putting up your food, and then I'll get you something to eat. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna like it here. Nobody's gonna bother us. Mm-mm. It'll be just you and me. Just you and me. I'll never let anybody hurt you. I'll die before I let anybody take my baby girl.
I'm sorry. I wish to God I didn't have to do this. Your Honor, my wife has used Jamie as a weapon against me. Out of spite, she's threatened to pick up and move 6,000 miles away, which would effectively wipe out all contact with my son. Now she stood up in a court of law and lied about the paternity of our unborn child. Your Honor, it hurts me to have to say this, but if Jamie has to be with one or the other of us, I want to petition the court for full physical and legal custody of James Edward Martin, effective immediately.
No! No! You can't let him do this! No! You lying, deceitful!
Mrs. Martin, don't do this!
Order! Garbage!
Order!
You're gonna take my children away from me over my dead body!
Take your
I am
seat,
gonna
Mrs.
take my children so far away from here you will never see them! Never! Never!
To everything that he wants. He wants a beautiful home and a devoted wife and a family and a mistress besides.
Mrs. Martin.
And he's going to take my children now?
If you do
he can
not
go to hell first. He can go to hell.
Please, stop. Mrs. Martin, your behavior in this court will be factored into my decision.
Your Honor, I apologize for my client's outburst, but Mr. Martin saying that he's going to petition for full custody came as a complete shock.
Counselor, before I cite your client for contempt of court, I suggest you take her outside and review proper courtroom behavior.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court stands recessed for a brief time. When I return, I will render a decision as to where James Edward Martin will reside until final custody order is rendered.
All rise.
Not another word. Don't even open your mouth until we get some privacy.
Brooke, darling, come with me. We'll go get some air.
That's a very good idea. I will meet you in the anteroom in a few minutes, and I don't want you to talk to anyone.
Come on, sweetheart.
Please thank your client for us. She has been a great help.
You know, you could have warned us that you plan to petition for full custody.
No comment, but I do have some advice for you.
Save it.
Get your client under control. One more outburst like that, and your wife will have done my job for me. Look, I have some things that I have to do, but I will be back before we reconvene. So you just hang in there. This won't take much longer.
Oh, are you all right, honey? This must seem like your worst nightmare.
Mine? Or Brooks?
You could have backed her up,
She asked for more than I could give.
but Brooke really needed you, and you turned her down.
She needed me to lie. And I couldn't. About any of it. About being the baby's father, about being with Brooke. It's just... I need to talk to her. I can't leave it like this. I have to at least try to tell her why I did what I did. You understand?
Yeah, I understand. Really, I do.
Darling, I hope you realize that...
Don't start. I did what any mother would do.
Of course you did. Absolutely. And under the circumstances, I am quite certain I would have been equally furious. I wanted to strangle him. If only you'd had your outburst outside the
I
courtroom.
couldn't help it, all right?
Darling, you see, the judge may feel that you will fly away with the children no matter what she decides. Dad doesn't deserve to see Jamie or this new baby ever again, not for a minute. Sole custody. I agree, the idea is preposterous. Tad Martin raising a child? But remember, darling, this hearing is only for temporary custody.
I won't let him take Jamie. He can't.
This is no way to win over Judge Hale.
My children belong with me. With me.
Yes. Then you better sit on your temper, dear. Because the judge may think that the only way that she could keep you to care for the hearing would be to give him temporary custody. So please calm down.
It may not matter now.
I'm sorry.
Brooke, don't you think I know how angry you are?
I just couldn't help myself.
I know how afraid you are, and I know how hurt you are. But what you just did in that courtroom may have destroyed every chance you have of retaining custody.
But Edmund testified to what a fine mother she is.
What Edmund testified to did us more harm than good.
He wouldn't have said anything if I had kept my mouth shut.
Well, it's too late now.
Well, don't I mean, what kind of a chance do I have?
Judge Hale is a mother. That's about it.
Dad is the one who caused this. I mean, he's the one who betrayed me and Jamie. Now Jamie's going to suffer for this. I don't understand what kind of justice that is.
No matter what happens in the courtroom, though, you have to be quiet, and you have to sit there, no matter how offensive, no matter how unjust, you have to let me handle this.
Dad and Dixie are never going to raise my children.
I know, and that's why you have to let me go in there and try to get custody for you.
I already lost one child. I'll be damned if I'm going to let him take Jamie and this new baby away from me.
When we all heard pictures of Tony and all his stuff was gone, that's when we knew for sure.
We couldn't have missed her by very much.
Oh, and I talked to Grace Kiefer in the hospital after Danielle was taken. I mean, she came to my room. She seemed so concerned.
She played nicey nice with me, too.
She told me that she knew how I felt because of Tony. I mean, we made a connection. I mean, how could it be her?
I mean, when I was at the apartment, our neighbor came by to drop off an instant camera.
That's where the picture came from.
Yeah, and then her neighbor started asking questions about if the baby was still keeping her up nights. Well, didn't you find that suspicious? Of course I did, but then at the time, she just came up with a quick cover, something about a baby living above her, right?
We checked upstairs, no kids. She's our perpetrator, Mimi.
There still aren't any ransom demands. And we don't expect any, Mimi.
We think she must want to keep Danielle.
At least you don't have to worry about the kid being harmed.
See, that's why she left the photo.
So that you'd know that Danielle was okay.
Grace Kiefer is deranged. I mean, she's capable of anything.
She is just in mourning for her son, sweetie, that's all.
Danny has been gone just a little while. And I mean, I'm crazy crazy enough to kill somebody over her. I mean, Grace Keeper's been going through this for months.
Look, honey, I saw her working in the nursery. Now, she loves babies. She would not hurt one.
Derek, if she is deranged enough to go to a hospital and steal a newborn from a nursery, she's capable of anything. She knows we're on to her.
Mimi, we're not certain of that.
That's why she ran. I mean, well, what if she doesn't want a replacement for Tony? What if she's out for revenge? What if she wants to play God? An eye for an eye. I killed her son. I mean, what if she's done something to my baby already?
Danielle back. You'll see, Mimi. Grace Keeper is not going to hurt her.
How do you know that?
I mean, we spoke to a woman, the same who had dropped off the camera, who was helping Mrs. Kiefer take care of the baby.
When? Who? I mean, where is she?
Said Mrs. Kiefer was taking care of the baby like it was her very own.
Here she is.
Oh, you saw my baby, Daniel. Why didn't you do something? What is wrong with you?
No, she told me it was her niece's baby.
Why didn't you call the police?
Sweetheart, take it easy. She's trying to help.
I'm sorry. She said her niece got in some kind of trouble and that she was going to have to raise that little girl herself.
And you believed her?
Grace Keeper never lied to me before. She's a good Christian woman. And besides, I can't believe what she's done, but she's had a tough time since Tony was... But stealing another woman's baby, it's crazy.
Oh, Derek, I'm scared. What if we don't get it back?
Mimi, we will find her. We will. Now, you just have to believe that.
If there's anything I can do...
Well, you can start by telling us anything that would give us an idea as to where Mrs. Kiefer took the baby.
Friends, family.
A place she'd like to go on vacation, perhaps.
Well, Grace Keeper never took any vacation, and as for friends, she kept pretty much to herself.
What about family?
Well, she never spoke of her family. I take that back. She did mention a sister.
A sister where?
Well, down south of Norfolk, or was it Nashville?
Come on, think. You must know where.
Well, she never mentioned her but once. I think it was on her birthday, and she hadn't heard from her. But I don't think they were
What about
very
money?
close.
You think she had enough to travel on?
Not very much to speak of, enough to pay the bills.
What about savings?
Well, she just said she was trying to put aside a little for Tony's college, but of course that stopped when, after he was gone.
That could be enough, Cannon. I want you to call all the local banks, find out where she kept the cash, see if she unloaded in any accounts.
Yes, sir.
Was my baby sleeping all right? Was she eating? I mean, I was feeding her breast milk. Do you know if she adapted to formula? Was she following you with her eyes? I mean, was she keeping my baby warm? Was my baby warm?
She just wants to make sure our baby is safe.
Oh, she was fine. Grace took excellent care of her.
You saw her personally?
If you're doubting whether or not she'd hurt that baby, don't. I don't know what possessed her to take that baby, but I do know that she would sooner die than have any harm come to that child.
Question is, would she die before giving her up?
Hey, what are you doing here?
Hell, I got your message on the machine. Is there any news?
No, not yet. It looks like I'm going to be here for the duration.
I know. That's why I came down. I want to be with you, see if I can help.
Yeah, you can start by getting your fanny out of the way. Detective Dillon, Grace Kiefer had $6,000 and change in Pine Valley National.
What do you mean, had?
Early this afternoon, she withdrew every dime.
What? With that kind of... She could go anywhere.
We will find her.
Well, she could be out of the country by now. We may never find Danielle. How are we ever going to find her?
Oh, you're gone. Oh, there's no hurry now. Take your time. Yes, we got all the time in the world. Out here, we don't have to hurry like you do in the big city. No. City's no place to raise a child. You want to be right where you are, out here in God's beautiful countryside, yeah, where everything's clean and fresh, and there's nothing to spoil it. No gangs, no drugs, yes, no crime, bullets, just peace and quiet. Oh, you're gonna love it here. You know, right outside your bedroom window, there is the best tree for climbing I have ever seen. And a lake for swimming in the summer and skating in the winter. Oh, we're gonna have such fun. And when you're a big girl, there's a little country schoolhouse right down the road. And And every morning we'll have breakfast together. And then I'll walk you to school. And when school's out, I'll come and I'll pick you up. And we'll come back here. And we'll laugh and play until it's time to fix dinner. Huh? And you'll help me, won't you? Yeah. We'll only have our favorites. And then I'll help you with your homework. And then after dinner, I'll read you stories. And we'll play games until it's time for bed. That's all we're gonna do. We're just gonna love each other. That's all we'll have time for. Oh, you're gonna love it here. Make no mistake about it, little girl. I'm gonna get it right this time. See, God gave me a second chance. And I'm not gonna let him or you down.
Well, you just gotta keep a good thought about all this.
I honestly don't know how, Ma.
Well, everything happens for a reason, you know.
For what it's worth, I think you did the right thing.
I gotta hand it to you, Palmer. I honestly didn't think I could feel any worse than I do right now, but knowing you agree with me certainly does the trick.
Oh, now he's just trying to help.
I don't need his kind of help.
What can we do? What do you need?
I need for this to be over. Yeah, hi, Dix, it's me. Don't ask. It's worse than I possibly thought it could be.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak to Brooke alone for a minute.
If Brooke has no objections, remember, no more outbursts.
I promise. I thought you'd never get here. You must be so ashamed of me.
I'm not ashamed of you.
I don't know why not. I am.
I'm worried about you. Very worried. That's why I'm here.
That's very nice. I don't need comforting, though. I need a way out.
I'm sorry, Brooke, about all this.
Then help me. Edmund, you can fix all this. You can make all this pain go away. You can give me my life back. You're the only one who can. Please help me.
Grand can take you a long way.
We've got all the transportation centers covered.
She may have left town already.
Maybe she's hunkered down close by.
Yeah, Mrs. Keeper's nobody's fool. She'd know that we would grab her if she tried to leave.
Is there anything you remember that she said? A place, a favorite spot, maybe?
I just don't know.
Oh, come on, something. Maybe a place that she wanted to go on vacation.
I've told you everything.
Look, it might not make any sense. It might not seem important. Anything at all.
A lake.
Back the truck up. A lake?
She said she always wanted to live by a lake.
What lake?
That's what we got to figure out.
We'll get on that right now.
Excuse me. Look, see? Something, huh? It's not much, but it's something. Look, if you find anything, think of anything, give me a call.
I'll let you know, I swear. Like I said, I'm really sorry.
If I could just talk to Grace, maybe I could convince her to bring Danielle back.
Well, why don't you? Look, this isn't a dating center, okay? You'll have to see Terrence another time.
Well, it's all right, okay? Julia earned her pass the other day at the mall. Look, I didn't get to thank you, and I appreciate everything that you did.
I do. Well, back in Texas, there was this local boy who was kidnapped. His parents were freaking out, and the cops were about to put the case on the shelf. And so the mother went on television and appealed directly to the kidnapper. It wasn't even 2 hours later that the kid was returned to the TV station.
dumb idea.
No, not at all.
Obvious idea. I would have thought of it.
Hey, it worked before. Gets my vote.
Mimi, you think you could do it?
How soon do you think I could get on TV?
Olivia, you got a second?
For what?
I just want to apologize and say I'm sorry for the way this is turning out. I didn't mean to spring any surprises on you or Brooke. I just want what's best for Jamie.
I really don't even want to talk about it.
I don't want this to get any uglier than it already is.
Well, the ball is in your court.
Is Brooke all right?
Would you be?
I haven't changed my mind about this.
I was hoping to change it for you.
Brooke, I testified that I'm not your baby's father. It's too late.
Don't say that.
Brooke, would you just stop this? It's not possible.
You said that you would do anything for me.
Now, there was a time when I would have moved heaven and earth to be by your side. But not anymore. Too much has happened. Besides, Brooke, what could we possibly accomplish? I'd go to jail for perjury, and as soon as the baby was born, they'd know that I was a liar. And I'd lose Maria forever. If I haven't already lost her.
What if we raise the stakes?
Aren't they high enough?
Not for me. For you. What if you had more to gain? Would you say that you're the father of this baby if I let you be just that? This baby's father? If I made a promise to come back to you? You and me and Jamie and our new baby? The way it should have always been? Edmund, it's possible. You can make it all possible. Everything that stood in our way before doesn't matter anymore.
Brooke, I already testified that I'm not the baby's father. How can you possibly
You can do
ask
it.
me-
You can
how
go
you
back
do this?
on the witness stand and you can tell them that you lied.
How can you...
You
What reason
lied.
could I...
You lied because you didn't want to hurt your fiancé. We still have a chance, Edmund. It's not too late. It's not.
You're wrong. It's way too late. For way too many reasons.
Edmund, I need you.
I'm sorry, but things have changed. I've changed. You've changed.
We could change back again. I know we can. All you have to do is give us a chance.
I'm sorry, Brooke, but I won't lie for you. Even if we could get away with this, even if there was a chance, I won't do it.
I know it's a lot to ask.
Too much.
Edmund, you're my only hope.
You know, after you married Tad, I tried to get on with my life. And I really tried. But I just couldn't do it. Because I couldn't let go of you. And New Year's Eve, I finally understood. Now, it may have cost me Maria. Maybe it already has. But somehow, I'm gonna give it one last shot with her. I need her. She is something to hold on to, and I need her.
You will never convince me that what you feel for Maria is like anything that we have felt for each other.
Well, then you're just gonna have to remain unconvinced. Because you're my past. Maria is my future.
I don't mean that, Edmund.
Look,
After everything that we have been through?
Look, I'm not debating you. It's not a debate. Look, somehow I have to find Maria and convince her how much I love her. Somehow. Somehow I've got to find her and tell her and hope that she can see that I'm still worth it. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I had to take the witness stand. I'm sorry that I had to tell the truth, and I am sorry that I have hurt you so much. But you gave me no choice.
I am giving you a choice.
It doesn't
now.
matter. We can never go back.
We can, Edmund, if you just give me a chance.
Brooke, listen to me. Get this through your head. It's over, Brooke.
It's time to reconvene. We have to go now.
Can I just have 2 minutes?
All right. But not a minute more.
I'll be right back.
I just want you to know that I would give anything if I could stop all of this. For you, Jamie, me, for everyone.
I was just thinking the very same thing.
I wish there were another way.
There was another way. You could have prevented all this by simply dying in Canada. Ted could have killed you. You would have died. I would have mourned, even knowing what you and Dixie did to me. I could have cried, but I don't have any more tears. Because I don't feel any sadness, just hate. Because of a man who promised me love and devotion and gave me lies and deceit instead. There's no way that this pain is going to go away now or ever, and there's no way that I can forgive what you've done here today. You want my son? I want you to suffer for all eternity. If you have a soul, I hope you and it rot in hell.
Dark green two-door license plate GK64475. Right. Lieutenant, still nothing from Connecticut.
Dylan here. Yeah, that's right, a green two-door. No. It's worth a shot. Don't dispatch anybody. I don't want a bunch of black and whites going over there and making this woman do something dangerous. No, we'll follow up on it. I'll keep you posted. Yeah, thanks. All right, people, listen up. I got a possible. The county sheriff spotted Mrs. Kiefer's car over by Willow Lake. Ken, and you're going with me. We're gonna check this out. It's police business.
Come on, hey, look, if it is Mrs. Kiefer, you're gonna need me to talk to her, Trevor. Come on, if she sees you guys first, she's gonna panic.
He's got a point.
Look, she'll listen to me, Trevor, trust me.
All right, let's go.
Cool.
Hey, aren't you taking any backup?
I'll call for it if I need it. I'm keeping this low-key, non-threatening. Let's go!
See ya. Hey, be careful.
Hey.
Can I get you some coffee?
I just remembered there's something I gotta do. I'll see you later.
Are you all right?
I'm fine.
You know what you're gonna say?
Every word. I pray that Grace Keefer's watching.
All right, we go live in 15.
Are you nervous, sweetheart?
No.
I got a good feeling about this, okay?
We go
Good
in
luck.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon. My name is Mimi Reed, and I'm an officer with the Pine Valley Police Department. I'm not here today in an official capacity. I'm here as a mother. You see, my newborn daughter was taken from Pine Valley Hospital. And I know that she's being taken care of because I know who took her. Grace, I can only pray that you're watching this. And if you are, I implore you, I beg you to please bring my baby back. She's all I've got. And you have no idea how much I need her. Grace, if you're watching this, I know that you know that bringing her back to me is the right thing to do. And I give you my word that nobody will hurt you. All I want is my daughter back. So, please bring Danielle back to me. Grace, I know that you suffered a terrible loss. And I know that you blame me. But taking my child is not going to bring your son back. It can only make a terrible, terrible tragedy worse. And I know that you're a good Christian woman. So I'm asking you, I'm begging you to please search your heart and do what's right. Please bring my little girl back to me. Just please bring her back to her mother and father. Won't you let us see our baby again?
I heard what you just said to Brooke. I shouldn't have been eavesdropping, but I'm glad that I did. After I found out that you went to Brooke's house on New Year's Eve, I was so angry.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, I know. I said a lot of terrible things, and I'm really not the kind of person who takes things back easily, but in this case, I'd be crazy not to. I can't give up the love of a man like you. It's worth fighting for, and I should never have doubted your love. I'm sorry, and I think that we can make it together. If you're still willing, I am. Guess we should get back to the hearing.
What hearing?
Don't you want to find out what the judge's final decision is?
Doesn't matter. Whatever the judge decides doesn't affect me anymore. Not anymore. Come on. Let's go home.
Your Honor, there is no need for me to paint a picture for the court of Mrs. Martin's instability. We have all witnessed it firsthand. It is clear that she would go to the greatest lengths to deprive my client of his rightful place in the life of his son, James Edward, and his future role in the life of his in utero child. Tad Martin's overwhelming concern is for the well-being of his children. He firmly believes that in light of the present circumstances, his only choice is to seek full custody. It is our hope that you will award him temporary custody of his son, Jamie, until such time as a permanent custody hearing can be held. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor. Miss Fry?
Your Honor, my client, Brooke English, made some serious errors of judgment in her behavior in this courtroom today. But I think the court can understand that there were mitigating circumstances which provoked her outbursts. Miss English was acting out of desperation and despair. Desperation because she fears losing the one thing she values more than anything on this earth, her child. And despair because she has already survived that very nightmare. I know that as a mother, you can empathize with the horror of having to bury your own child. Miss English has already survived that nightmare. She lost her firstborn child, a beautiful little girl named Laura, in a tragic accident with a drunk driver. And I know she will grieve for her daughter all the days of her life. But having survived that, it has taken her tremendous strength and courage to go on and make a productive life for herself. And then to be blessed with a son and blessed with another child on the way after being told that the chances of conception were next to none. To survive all that and then face the specter of losing yet another child, it fills her with terror. Now, Mr. Logan has characterized Miss English as irrational and unstable. But what could be more rational than attempting to protect harmony and home for your children? Miss English's actions are not those of someone who is incapable of retaining custody of their children. Miss English is afraid. And that fear was instilled in her by her husband, Tad Martin's betrayal. This court heard Edmund Gray testify today about Miss English's undying love and devotion and commitment to her son. And in light of the reason that Mr. Gray came to testify in this court, he told the truth. Why? Because the truth is that Miss English is a fine mother. And her sin, if she has committed any sin, is of loving her children so much that she would do anything to keep them safe. And I think that that's a pardonable sin in this court and any other. Thank you.
It took a lot of courage, sweetheart.
Oh, it was a long shot, but I just pray Grace Kiefer was watching.
Look, the station manager's agreed to run this on every news program until we get our little Danielle back.
That's great.
With any luck, Grace Kiefer will watch it, and she will bring our baby back home to us.
Back door.
Hear me, door. You ready?
Ready as I'll ever be. All right, Terrence, you try to get it outside. That way you know the kid cannot get hurt. Okay, I just wish you didn't know that we were on to her.
You can wrap this woman around your little finger. Just go for it. Emma, please. Will you be quiet? Are you insane? I want to be part of this.
No, you don't.
You took my last child. You will never take this one away from me.
This is a very difficult matter. I want to thank counsel for their arguments on behalf of their clients. I have reached a decision.
This is Joan London.
And Charles Gibson. Tomorrow, a preview of the President's State of the Union address.
Also, singer Bonnie Raitt honors a Broadway legend, her father, John.
Plus our own Julia Child.
Tomorrow on Good Morning America.
Coming up, key information for locating Todd and Rebecca comes from a surprising source. Stay tuned for One Life to Live.